This is your boy, Bad Boy Billy Sly. And I am going to do a keynote today, hip hop style. That's chain, hot fit, my joint on top of the lid. You know how we talk in Philly, right? Well, that's what you're getting. But it doesn't matter the genre in which I communicate to you from. It's hip hop without the graffiti, without the DJ, and without the b-boy actually being the b-boy. Because all those who don't know, you better ask somebody. I can totally dance. But that's not what I'm here to do today. I'm here to rap to you. I'm here to MC. It may be a rhyme, it may be in a rhythm, but it's not a song or a dance. But I do want to graffiti all over your mind and hearts today. See, from this point forward, Rock the Mic with Smoking E. Janae will begin to offer a few more segments on the show. And one of the segments that I'm most proud of is the honor segment that we have and will have from this point forward for Mckenzie Adams and for any other individuals in this country that we began to know about who needs help, recognition, that needs attention brought to them, that needs awareness brought to them in their situation. See, if you don't know who Mckenzie Adams is, she's a little 9-year-old child who's no longer with us. She's taken her life because of bullying. Bullying. It scared the child so much that she was very brave in making an executive decision, but from the mind of a child. So if you are functioning as a child, or anyone else for that matter, know this, that to her, that was definitely a brave thing to do. But listen up. You want to be braver than that. The question is, how can I be braver than that? Well, let me explain. We inherit the ability to know that an action usually causes a reaction. And even after parents, grandparents reported bullying to the school system, in Mckenzie Adams' case, not much was done to make the child feel reassured that she was safe. So, a braver action is to bear the fear, but continue to report. And if the school is not responding, call 911. Set up an appointment with their non-emergency number for the police department in your area if necessary. Go to the station itself. Report the bullying. That's even a braver method. But that takes you supporting the one who is the victim many times. because sometimes the victim doesn't have the ability to stand on their own 2 feet. So when they do make an executive decision, such as the one that Mckenzie Adams made, do you really want to know why? In part, that was the outcome of her decision making. One is, she's a young child. And she doesn't understand at that age how devastating that is to give a permanent solution to a temporary problem. 2, she wanted people to know. So it's very doubtful in my own mind that she did not say to herself, if an act like this were to occur, I would get people's attention for my problem. But the one that lose out is her. But what she did was lit a fire under many people. Now that fire is lit, and we are about to make it spread by adding fuel to that fire. We are saying we're backing the family. Here at Sly, we're saying we will make a song about bullying. Here at Sly, we're saying that we'll create buttons to sell so that the sales themselves can go in full or in part to what hopes to be in the future the Mckenzie Foundation, so that attorney fees can be paid. By the grace of God, the child is buried from funding, from borrowing, from donation. Well, I, for one, am not looking to have this situation be in vain. Yes, there are people all around the country that are involved in suicidal death. I don't know them all. So yes, it's true that I may not have had the energy to expel for all those individuals. But it did hit close to home. Because when I say the Sly brand, I'm also referring to Rock the Mic with Smoke and E. Janae. And E. Janae is the aunt of this poor child. And we're not leaving her hanging because she's family. So we have to step up, find that extra energy. It hit close to home. But I am happy to know that I'm in that corner. Because not only do we have the resources, we have the energy, we have the knowledge, we have the know-how, and we have an army of people behind us that's basically saying, Bad Boy Billy Sly, what do we need to do? If you see me broadcasting somewhere, wherever I'm broadcasting from, probably said, what can we do? Trust me when I tell you, we're not just looking to go up against the bully. We want to teach the bully not to be bullies anymore. We want to teach the victims not to be victims anymore. We're not aiming at nothing. We're aiming at something. So for all you who don't know, some fact-finding information for you. Her bullying was reported. Number one, you theory individuals out there, the conspiracy theory individuals out there who don't have all the information that you need to even begin to open up your freaking wicked mouth really sets me off. So unless you have a clue about what you're saying, not a theory, because that thing only works when you connect it to facts. When you have something working as a clue, you do your hypothesis, then you do your fact finding off of the premises of where your thought process was leading you. But since you careless individuals who are some racially motivated, who are some just unthoughtful, just don't care, for people like that and other titles that I'm not going to waste my time on even thinking of right now, because those kind of individuals are worthless to this cause. Get the facts before you open your freaking mouth so you can understand what really happened. The best place to get that is from the horse's mouth. You read an article and all of a sudden it's truth. Whatever make you think that people who write in newspapers today have the same ethics they used to have to make sure that they got the facts before they speak in writing? If it ain't connected to me or that family or Rock the Mic, Sly Entertainment, E. Janae herself, then you might not have the right information unless you can confirm it with one of those sources. So I urge you to think before you talk, fact find before you report, and just do the right goddamn thing. I thank you for taking the time to listen. I am not here to debate, because if I were, from some of the things that I've seen in media, you would positively lose that battle, even if you think you won. I don't need to know that you lost. I need to know that when we open our mouths over here, it's the facts. Period. Whatever you could have to say after that is a moot point. For those who care or have a little bit of I give a dang about children dying, we are looking to teach bullies how not to be bullies, so that they have no desire to scare others. And so that one of the main reasons that they do what they do is conquered as well. Their own feeling of being in a situation of not feeling worth themselves. So they act out most of the time, and sometimes not even realizing how they are affecting the ones who may be afraid of them. Giving them a goal to complete, but showing them where the destination is, what the destination looks like, and then giving them a map, a road map, to get from where they started to where they're trying to go, and then take them up into a mental helicopter so they can have a topographical point of view and can see from the sky in their mind what that terrain looks like from above. You give them all the ammunition they need so they can see. And I bet you, my bottom dollar, that when they understand where they're headed, and when they understand they have a map to get there, and when they can be able to say, I have a bird's eye view of it, they probably don't have time to be a bully anymore. and they're working on something constructive. But it has to be something that can resonate with that individual. But don't get it twisted. Bullies aren't just kids. I was bullied for a moment. Right after the busted nose, I start boxing. Then I was attempted bullied, because the bully didn't win anymore. But that's not today. That's another era in time. There's nothing wrong with self-defense classes. But the self-defense that we want to offer is the mental and emotional self-defense of both the bully and the victim. We want the victim to learn that most bullies couldn't pull off what it is that they say they're going to do. But we also want to give them a destination. As I went head to head with Judge Joe Brown in a recent radio interview, he said something really important at the end of that conversation. Our young people don't have nothing to go after. And this is because we don't create something for them to accomplish. That's where we are headed. And that's what the segment is about. Right here on Rock the Mic with Smoking E. Janae. Now you have a reason to be a part. Because I am certain if you are a decent person and you know what the mission is, as I just stated, you will support. This is your boy, Bad Boy Billy Sly. And I am signing off at the end of the show today, because I think that this message needed to be the last thing you heard from the Rock the Mic show. Today, I am not saying peace with my fingers as a slang of a hand sign to say goodbye. I am actually saying peace because I want you to see it. I want you to think about being it. I want you to feel what this peace sign represents. And I'm out.